Good evening and welcome into the Langley Event Center Fieldhouse, the site of midweek madness here in the Arenalacrosseleague Western Division. It's the Blackfish and the Sea Spray, renewing rivalries for the third time this season. Previous two meetings of these three going to the Sea Spray by scores of 17-16 and 14-13. Can the Blackfish, with a new addition in the crease, make amends here and make the season series 2-1? Ian Wilson with a call on TFSE TV on behalf of our wonderful broadcast crew here at the Fieldhouse. Carl and Patrick on the cameras, Mariah rocking the stream, and Fred Rannard on the PA mic. Excited to have you aboard as we'd like to begin our broadcast by acknowledging we're playing this beautiful Creators game on the unceded traditional territory of the Coast Salish peoples. And in particular, we'd like to mention our relationship with the Kikite, Katsi, Tsleil-Waututh, Kwantlen, and Matsqui First Nations, as well as the Semiahmoo, our closest neighbors. Always an honor and privilege to live, work, learn, and play in this territory. Blackfish and the Sea Spray. A tale as old as last season, as this season number 2 between these two sides. And regardless of their position in the standings, both of these teams have had absolute riots against each other this season. Both games being decided by one goal and one goal alone. Coming into this game, Sea Spray 6-4, tied with the Shooting Eagles for first place. The Blackfish 4-6, tied with the Grizzlies right now for third. We'll see who can break some deadlocks tonight, as one of these teams is going to come away with a big victory here. Into offensive territory now. Loose ball being fought for on the far wing side. 14:25 left to go here. First quarter action from the Fieldhouse is both these sides. Going to figure things out here. Reed Watson in goal, number 30 for the Sea Spray. And on the side of the Blackfish, it's a familiar face, but not for the Fish. It's Brendan Humphrey, coming over in a trade recently, joining the Blackfish, their newest member, slotting into the crease tonight. Long shot, taking the side by the stick, in front, tried to get it in and out of the stick, couldn't do it there. Popped out of Tyler Ewan's stick as they pick up the loose ball. And Ray bumps with Kellner on the far side. Throws this one up and tries to get it free across the line. They will, with Nick Jensen starting out with it down the left wing side. As the trailer and Jordan Roberts, Jensen inside, one-hander. Watson will hold on to it and pull this one up into the stick. Big power move there for Nick Jensen early on. We know he's dangerous in transition. Tries to take it himself there inside, gets the in tight and gets the shot away. Unable to find pay dirt early in this one. Around the outside, Gabriel's going to pull it out and play it back up towards the middle. Ewan across to the far side. Here comes Kirkby looking inside. Nielsen showing pass. Kirkby, nice little pocket pass down low, save. Gabriel, another one stopped by Humphrey. Loose in front, Hurd trying to pick up the loose ball. Sauchi trying to knock it away, but they'll pull it back out. Nielsen fakes the shot. They'll get a couple of changes out of the offensive gate. And the Sea Spray back into offensive territory with 20 seconds to work with here. Round the outside. Kirkby spins back to his forehand, knocking down. What a behind the back pass, falling down, scores! What a pass by Tyler Kirkby, and what a finish for Lucas Nielsen. 1-0 the score as this Sea Spray find the connection inside. Falling down, Kirkby able to make the behind the back pass into the pocket to Nielsen. He'll dive across, keep the toes outside, and find that ball a new home in the top corner of the net. 12:57 left to go in a 1-0 game here. Couple of big saves before that on the same possession for Humphrey, but finally one of them breaks free. Out of the offensive territory now as the Blackfish now looking to draw even here. 12:38 left to go. Haslo Henning tries to get it around the outside. Probing in. Roberts spins off of the check, takes the shot up high, gets the rebound in front, tries to dunk it in over the shoulder, and Watson will meet him there. Back up top, Jones gonna get this one back over. Steve McKinley into Roberts on the near side. Goes left, in front, takes the shot. That one will be held on to by Watson. Referees in this contest, Cam Como, Braden Wilkins, and Josh Beauregard. Across the timeline and into offensive territory, here comes Vinny Ritchie. Into offensive territory, holds possession, has a lane all his own, is going to walk in and take it, shoot low, and ends up running into Humphrey across the crease. He'll be picked up and separated by the officials. And Lutweiler will head down the other way. Strong move for Ritchie coming in off the wing side. keeping the defense honest and forcing them to check him way out wide, but they got to watch the help inside. Jones back to the right wing. They'll pull it out and pass it across. Here's walking in. There's Watson. Had a big performance last time. Out! Scores! Tie game at 1 as Watson continues his goal-scoring efforts for the Blackfish. Last game out, Watson had 4 goals in 1 quarter. He'll get his team started in this one. 11:35 left to go, and this one draws even at 1. Players showcasing some fancy footwork, as we'll see on the replay here. Watson able to take this one himself around the inside, go across the body, and slot that one into the far post. Back into offensive territory, spinning around the outside. Ethan Umlaut looking for someone. He'll find McKinley back at the blue line. To the left side now. McKinley waits around to behind, cutter in front, hauled down, and gets the shot off of Watson, still under siege from the check. Roberts picks it up. Delayed penalty coming here. There goes Humphrey to the bench. Another familiar face returning for the Blackfish in this game as well. We'll talk about that in a second. Watson plays it to the other side. Extra attacker out on the floor. Try to get it back to Watson. Unable to play it there. It was tipped, though, so no over and back as he brings it through across the center line. Righty shooter spot, back for to Watson, lets a long ball go, rebound in front. Watson, what a stick save there! Loose ball in front, finally picked up by the Sea Spray, which will trigger the penalty call there. Watson just throws the stick out above him, pivoting around, and able to track that one down. As heading over to the box will be one of the newest members of the Sea Spray, Harrison Smith. So the Grizzlies, after their loss last week, got busy in the trade department. They made 3 trades, bringing in Trevor Funk, Cody Nass, and as well as Drew Kask in the trade that sent Brandon Humphrey over here to the Blackfish. Talk more about that at the intermission. Watson back across for Jones, lets that one go. Good stick check block there by Keegan Bell. Back over to Watson. Shades to the left side, brings it back towards the middle. Good defensive stick check there as Zabo all over Watson. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Watson gives it over. Jones has a lane, takes the shot. Watson lunges out with a pad. Far side corner. In there, Connor Stroop trying to keep him to the outside. Gillis is going to feed Jones. Watson shows back at the center. A couple of sticks in the way there. Looking inside for McIntyre. That one will be picked off. Zabo coming down the other way with Bell. Bell out in transition in front of everybody. Keegan Bell in, shoots over top of the net. Pulls on the parachutes and comes to a stop just before careening into the wall. But Watson will take this gift and head down the other way. 1:05 left to go on Smith's penalty. Watson comes to a stall, goes to Gillis on the far side. Gillis and Jones, the 2 lefties playing back and forth over on the far side of the floor. Watson bringing it in, going back over to Jones. Near side, McIntyre goes through, back over to Jones. Right point, back to McIntyre at the center. Tries the one hopper, bounced it a little bit too close. This one will take a couple of hops, and finally that one bounces back into play. So here come the Sea Spray the other way. They got 40 seconds left to kill on Harrison Smith's penalty. Hurd across the line, passes it floor wide. Kirkby to receive this one here. Spins off of the check of Sauchi. Whips that shot down low to high as Richie gets it in the near side wing. 16 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Ewan on the near side with Barnes watching him. As Kirkby just had to throw that one up the wall with about 8 seconds left to go. It looked like it almost went off of the referee on the far side, so the Blackfish able to turn and burn the other way. Dozen seconds on the penalty right now. 1-1 game here at the Fieldhouse. Jones. Far side, they'll get it back at the right point. Fakes, goes around the inside. He'll take the sharp angle shot. In the crease, diving in. Waved off. As I believe they'll say he stepped inside or made contact with the ground before his stick made contact with the ball. One of the Blackfish able to dive into the crease there as that ball was in the legs of Reed Watson. Up into the offensive territory. 8:24 left to go. Pocket pass inside. Humphrey will turn it aside as they'll come out to the wing to Luttweiler. Luttweiler forward across the timeline for Trey Mason. Has Gabriel in hot pursuit. He'll spin off of the back check. Mason feeds it to McIntyre. The big righty likes the back in on the near side. There he goes with the shoulder. Popping back out. He'll hit the man coming off the far point was Jones. Stutter steps, waits, can't pull the trigger on that one. Gillis now gets the screen from Imlot. Curling off into the center, takes a long ball. Watson turns it away. 7:50 left to go. Jones across to Henning. Near side for McIntyre. Has Stroop to beat. Spins off of the man inside. Scores! Just after the penalty expires, McIntyre explodes inside, spins off of the check, and is able to slot that one in the far side. 2-1 your score as the Blackfish draw a lead. McIntyre loves to bruise bodies inside. Use the height and strength advantage to back in. Spins off of the check of Stroop. And he'll pull it back to the forehand and go on the far post around Watson. 7:35 left to go. Next stoppage should be our officials' timeout as they'll start things out at the center. Seaspray down by 1. Up the wing side, Kirkby has Nielsen in the middle. Sauchi and Mason to beat, goes low. Pads of Humphrey turned it aside. Kirkby still able to pick that one up. They got the fresh shot clock to work with. There's James Ray making a midweek appearance here in the ALL. Ray calls Hurd out of the middle to set a new screen there. Ritchie curling off, goes to Kirkby. Ray in the middle. Lutweiler out to challenge. Buono out to challenge. Low shot through the pads. Humphrey able to cover that one up. Likes to use that one knee save over on the far side, showing the left pad. Able to hold the near side post. That one rattling through the legs, though, and coming out to the near side of the crease. Roberts has the full-length sock on the right leg. He'll bring it back across. Steve McKinley traded over recently as well from the Grizzlies. Goes through. Roberts feeds across. Broken stick there, so 4-on-5 right now for the Blackfish. Jones back over up top. Watson tries a quick shot. Good angle there as it comes out to the near side wall. Can Roberts pick it up for a fresh 30? Ellis has him in the corner. As Watson there as well too. Player finally fell down trying to get back up to a vertical base. Physical play in the near side corner as somebody's trying to come away with this loose ball. Referee blew possession. Blackfish thought it might have been for them. And we are going to go to our officials timeout. Partway done with quarter number 1 here at the LEC Fieldhouse, your home of the Arena Lacrosse League West Division in its second season of action. Coming into this game, as we had mentioned, 6-4, the tying records of Shooting Eagles and the Seaspray. And then the Blackfish and the Grizzlies both at 4-6 right now. So again, this league still very close from top to bottom of the table, as these sides all look to make up ground. So with the tiebreakers in place, this would be a 2 versus 3 game here tonight. As we have a shot of the coaching staffs. I actually want to make a correction to one of the comments I'd made last week. I talked about Rod Jensen and to do with the Nanaimo Timbermen. I had the wrong team there. It's Tawani Joseph. That was named the head coach and vice president of lacrosse operations for the Nanaimo Timbermen last season. Tawani Joseph actually also coming away with WLA Coach of the Year last season in his first season with the Nanaimo Timbermen. Rod Jensen, the head coach of the Langley Thunder, as they'll look to renew rivalries in the WLA this coming summer, starting in May. The WLA having their draft last Wednesday. As a lot of big names, actually I think it was last Tuesday, regardless, last week, and they had a lot of big names, big players that we often feature here in the ALL. Kirkby, Scott defending him. He'll go back across to the other side. Ewan, near corner. Ritchie coming out of the shooter spot, curling back towards the point. Kirkby settles things down, has Ryan Jensen on him. Connor Abrams in the middle as well. Kirkby to the near side. Ritchie setting him the screen there. Ewan lets it go. Good block there by Kellner and company. Here they come down the other way. Nick and Ryan Jensen with Trent Kellner in tow. Jensen walking in, takes the check from Zabo. He'll be checked into the post. As Watson trying to separate the two players from each other there as they went crashing into his near side post. Jensen and Zabo came into contact there on the near side. Referee having a word with Nick Jensen. I believe Jensen's going to go away for a penalty call here. We'll see the signal from the official. The Seaspray going to be going to a power play here. 2 minutes for interference going to be the call on Nick Jensen. As the Seaspray will go to the power play here, and watch out for Keegan Bell. 31 goals, 52 points so far. Leading all players in both of those categories right now in this ALL West season. So Ritchie, Ewan, Ray, behind the back pass to Keegan Bell in his favorite spot. Tried the shot, faked it across actually to Ritchie. James Ray behind the back pass once again. Bell tries the shot down low, tried to go 5-hole. Low in front. Bobbled around, goes by the far post. And it's Humphrey able to stop a couple there. Scott throws it ahead to Buono. Brandon Humphrey making the trade worth the Blackfish's money right now as they sent Drew Kask back to the Grizzlies to get him, and he's played big in this one so far. His team up 2-1, killing off a big penalty right now. 1:23 left to go. Out of the far side, Watson. He'll come to the near side wing. Watson probing in. Short-handed opportunity here. Tries the big long shot. That one tips off of the sea spray, so it's going to come all the way back to this end. And the shot clock will expire. So ball will be played to the loose to the near side. Abrams and Sauchi going to be the defenders back down low. It'll be Ryan Jensen and Brandon Lutweiler up in the middle. Tyler Ewan goes to James Ray. Vinny Ritchie in the near side. Ewan loads up at the shooter spot, tried to go 5-hole, and Humphrey shut it down. Sauchi, loose ball knocked out of his stick in front, and they knocked this one free. Vinny Ritchie trying to pick it up around the official's feet. Absorbs the check in the corner. 8-second backcourt violation going to get called here as it was knocked out of Sauchi's stick as he had picked it up in front of the goal. Ray back to the center. Behind the back pass once again. Kirkby going to step to the near side. Ewan scores! Tyler Ewan sneaking in off of the near side wing. Gets the pass from Kirkby in the middle and makes no mistake as he ties it up at 2 with a power play marker. 44 seconds left to go in the power play. Sea Spray will draw even as Ewan was able to just cut right into the middle, found himself some prime real estate down Main Street, and made no mistake. Kirkby finding the man cutting in. They had Abrams and Sauchi watching Kirkby and Bell on the far side. That's a potent offensive unit you see here, just sneaks in behind everybody. As Harrison Smith will come away with this one off of the draw. Zabo had a little bit of trouble with it. He'll look across and get it to Smith. Gives this one over with 4:09 left to go. Near side wing, there's Gabriel trying to get away from the check of Buono. 14 seconds left to go. Sea Spray coming back into the offensive game here. Kirkby into the middle, takes a wild low shot. That one stopped by Humphrey. Kirkby likes the low rising shot, low to high. Ritchie, near side, tries the long ball. Humphrey meets him there. Ritchie on the near side. Reset of the shot clock was done there. Came a little bit late, so Seaspray will get a few extra seconds. Screenplay in front. Gabriel setting up in the middle. Kirkby and Nielsen switch places. They connected on the earlier goal here. First of the game for the Seaspray. Hurd loading up for a shot. Pinballs around a couple of the defenders with 14 seconds left to go. Loose ball picked up by Gabriel. Almost stuttles and falls over. As he'll pick this one up. 6 seconds. Shoots that one wide. Humphrey did get a piece of it, it looked like. As it'll roll free to the far side. And Ritchie pokes that one all the way back into the zone as play had expired. 3:10 left to go. As Barnes had picked that one up and played it forward. Roberts gets the screen, plays it to the far side. As Jones throws it into the middle. Quick opportunity there, turned aside as Ethan Umlaut was cutting inside. Sea Spray up the other way, jumping to try and grab that one in transition was Robertson. Unable to come down with that one as he skied to the heavens for it. 2:44 left to go as the Sea Spray hold possession here. The Blackfish calling for over and back as they thought that Robertson had picked that one up on the Blackfish side of center. Little scoop pass there to Kirkby. Double screen set from Ray and Bell. Kirkby takes the check, takes the shot. Humphrey gets the save, cutting through. Kirkby unable to track down the loose ball. Humphrey out to Jensen. Nice one-handed reception. Here comes Jensen putting on the afterburners across. In front, waits, scores. Thought Watson had a piece of that one. It's always so tough to see from the far angle. But another transition goal for the Blackfish. They'll go up 3-2. Nick Jensen gets that play started out, throws it out to the wing. And the Blackfish transition opportunity. We'll see Jensen cutting in here. He'll play it to his partner. Cutting in was Ethan Umlaut and just gets the shot away. It looked like Watson actually got a piece of it before it rolled across the line and in. Coming the other way, another opportunity for the Blackfish off of the draw. Wasn't able to put that one home there. Sauchi and company gonna ground this one. Connor Watson plays it over to Jones. Jones high stepping in, spins, but fakes the spin to the backhand and comes back to the forehand. McIntyre over to Watson. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Whips it through. Gillis tries to go low. That one will take a deflection off of Watson. Either that one or it went off of the defender and out of place. Look at a fresh 30 here. Minute 45 left to go in the first. Jones tries to bring the stick through. He'll shadow in. Takes the shot off his own player in the middle. As one of the players went down, he tried the low roller, and unfortunately just right there in the middle. Here they come down the other way. Seaspray to tie this one up at 3. Good stick check by Watson in defense. Smith trying to pick this one up in the corner. Jensen and Kellner meet him there. Players come together on the near side as Smith, Jensen, and Kellner will head over to the benches. But what a defensive stick check for Connor Watson, getting it done on both ends of the floor. Zappa, the smaller defender. McIntyre tried to shrug him off. He'll go to the far side. Ethan Umlaut lost the ball there as Robertson tries to pick up the loose ball. Jousting with position with Ethan Umlaut on the far side. Players come together. McIntyre over there as well to try and help pick up the loose ball. Coming out of the fray in the corner was Aiden Ellis. Dangerous transition player for the Spray. Numbers here. Joining in is Nielsen, setting a screen, stopping, rolling the shot up low. And that one turned aside by the shoulder of Humphrey. Nielsen tried to swipe the loose ball, still on the far wing side. Players come together. Big checks there with 37 seconds left to go. Shot clock had started here. It'll be with the Seaspray still. Ellis tried the shot out wide. This one will go back to the Seaspray. Scott unable to pick that one off with a quick pass there as Abrams tried to give it to him. Both sides calling for people to settle it down. As Watson was heading over to the bench. Shot clock expired, so there's no shot clock, or I shouldn't say expired, it's turned off. We got 12 seconds left with the extra attacker here. Seaspray, near side. Bono, pardon me, it was you, and back across into the middle. Ritchie, a quick shot to the top corner, off of the back wall. Brandon Humphrey just gonna cover it up to take the time off of the clock. Thought he might have tried to scoop it up and go for the long ball, but he'll hold it steady. 3-2 your score at the end of 15 here at the Fieldhouse. So we have the chance to have a look at our box score here for these two sides. Refresh of it lets us know that we got an even 15 in the shots on goal department for both sides. First quarter scoring summary. Seaspray with 2, courtesy of Lucas Nielsen and Tyler Ewan. Tyler Ewan getting the assist on the first one and then scoring on the second one, although I'm pretty sure it was actually Kirkby off of the far side that fed Nielsen, but 18 and 19, pretty close in the number department. We'll get that one double checked. And then Connor Watson, Chase McIntyre, and Ethan Umlaut. The 3 goal scorers here, as we'll see McIntyre's power move inside to beat Watson off of the far post. McIntyre been steady as she goes ever since joining in with the Blackfish partway through last season. Lots of these ALL players making their appearances here in their second season, as Jones and company as well were part of the initial campaign for the Blackfish. Coming up tomorrow night in ALL West action, it'll be the Eagles taking on the Grizzlies in a battle of 1 versus 4. Mind you, those standings could change as of the end of tonight. If the Seaspray get the win tonight, they'll break the deadlock with the Eagles getting sole control of first place, whereas the Blackfish, even 4-6 record with the Grizz. If they can get the win tonight, they will be 5-6 and be in sole possession of third place. Seaspray, 132 goals for on the season, 130 against, so positive 2 differential. The Blackfish, 122 for, 136 against, so a 14 negative in that one. Seaspray, though, their game against the Shooting Eagles last week, going down to the wire. What a game that was. Seaspray on a 1-game losing streak, Blackfish on a 1-game win streak right now. The other streaks in the league, 3 for the Shooting Eagles as they've battled back from early season adversity. They were 3-4, now they're 6-4. And the Grizzlies, they were 4-2, now having dropped 4 straight and are now at the 4-6 record that we had mentioned. And they made a bunch of changes, acquiring Cody Nass, Trevor Funk, and Drew Kask from various teams. And we'll see those new players in action in their new Grizzly jersey tomorrow night, 7 o'clock on TFSE TV, as they'll take on the Eagles. 3-2 your score. Second quarter about to go underway for the Fieldhouse. Fans finding their seats, taking in the fine lacrosse action here in midweek madness for the ALL West. So Connor Watson, pardon me, it was Graydon Sauchi. He'll pass this one over as the Blackfish looking to get an offensive possession right off the bat here. Stroop setting screens in the middle as Gillis still has it in the near side. Jones set the screen, recovering there. Coming to the far side was Hunter. Here comes McIntyre curling up to the top. He'll play it over to Gillis. Received it up high. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Jones curling around to the far side. Walking into the middle. Watson tries to feed it across for a quick stick from Gillis, and that one chopped aside by Smith. It's going to be a slashing penalty here as Smith took a swing at Gillis. And he's going to go away for the second time in this game. Smith had taken the penalty in the first. He'll get one here in the second. The Blackfish a chance to build up their lead further. Only one power play goal scored in this game, and that went to the sea spray courtesy of Tyler Ewan. Nice find from Kirkby out the far wing. We'll see what Rod Jensen and the Blackfish have in store for us here. So far side, it's going to be Laszlo Henning and Chase McIntyre, Jones and Umlaut on the near side. Up in the middle, it was Watson. Curl and run as he'll head towards the middle. Jones back around the outside of McIntyre. Zabo guarding him. Keegan Bell, one of the penalty killers here. Jones powers it through and in. Ryan Jones, power play goal, and it's 4-2 for the Blackfish. Ryan Jones coming into this game. He was up near the top of the league in points. He is right there. That'll be point number 47 on the season for him, as he'll power that one into the power play. And as far as assists, Ryan Jones, 35 of the season, so he's 5 ahead of Mark Yingling coming into this game. What an effort there. So it's actually his third point of the game. He got the second assist on the first 2 goals of the Blackfish. So 3-point night already for Ryan Jones, as that'll put him up to 49 points on the season, 1 back of Mark Yingling. As McIntyre curling and trying to head up to the middle. Steve McKinley now on the near side, brings it back towards the net. He'll pull through onto the forehand. Spins off the check, comes to the near side corner. Tries to play that one through. Cutting in front as the shot clock wound down was Roberts. As Stroop will pick this one up. Cutting through the middle. Harrison Smith back 5 aside as we got the power play goal. Cutting in front. What a pass and what a goal there. Smith making amends for taking the penalty as he finds his man open in front of the net. And a transition goal to cut the lead to 1. What a pass there for Smith. In tight in front of the goal. As Smith just throws a strike in front to Ewan, who will slot that one home for his second of the contest. 4-3 your score. Blackfish getting a power play marker courtesy of Ryan Jones. 3-point night for him, as he'll now have 37 assists on the season, along with his goal that adds him to the 3rd point tonight. Can we get more from Jonesy here? Jones looking, curling off of the screen, takes the shot, 1 hopper. Watson had it in between his legs, curls out to the far side. Looks up and down as Robertson will get this one. 27 on the shot clock, so he'll have time to get it across center. Under 13 to go here in the second. Kirkby near side has Nielsen coming with him through the middle. He'll cut inside. Kirkby throws it back to the center. Ewan over to Ritchie. Ritchie curling in, forced back out. Gets it across, looking in front for Kirkby as that one knocked free. Loose ball picked up by Humphrey. He'll throw a strike up the middle, in and out of the stick of Sauchi though. Comes to a rest across the timeline as he'll wait for the offensive unit to show through. Roberts battling with Stroop in front as Jones starts out with this one. He'll whip it back across. Watson gets it inside. McIntyre absorbs the check. What a stop there by Watson. Delayed penalty coming here for the Sea Spray though. As the delayed penalty here, it was on the Sea Spray. I was confused for a second as going down the other way, Austin Robinson picked that ball up in the near side, was the only man for miles. Picked that one up. The referee not making the call on the delayed penalty until after he took a shot on Brandon Humphrey. So Stroop is going to go away. It will be a power play for the Blackfish despite what transpired there. It was indeed a Sea Spray penalty. Watson to Jones on the near side, got the last power play marker for the Fish. McIntyre tried to cradle, popped out of his stick. Zabo battling for that one. McIntyre just calmly pulls the screen, and Watson able to pick it up. Henning over to Jones, cutting in. Back at the top. McIntyre with a 1 hopper. That one actually took a deflection off of the fan at the top of the ceiling there. Came back down to earth. As Henning picks it up and they'll blow possession back in. Fresh shot clock here for the Fish. Back up. Watson whips it over to Gillis. Gillis strikes it over to McIntyre behind the back. Far side in front. Watson waits, finds the post on the near side, but forced inside by Smith, as it would have been blown dead, even if it would have gone in. There's Keegan Bell. He'll be out for an offensive penalty kill scenario here. Minute 17 left to go on Connor Stroop's penalty. Strike into the middle, in front. Looking for another one. There was Ewan, as that one will deflect off of Humphrey and out of play. What a pass in there for Ewan as he was cutting through. That's how he got the first goal. Or the second, I should say, of the game, the third of the game. Second of the game for him, third of the game for the Spray. 11:02 left to go. Kirkby settles this one down at the center. James Ray, Keegan Bell, and Vinny Ritchie, the other offensive penalty killers right now. In the middle, Nick Scott looking for James Ray as he's cutting in. Ritchie there as well. 5 seconds. Kirkby to the outside. He'll think about turning the corner and just throw that one off of the back wall. And Humphrey gets it in his stick and throws it out to the captain, Nick Scott. 10:36 left to go. Ryan Jones. In the middle was Robin Song. Penalty killers include Robin Song, Hurd, Ellis, and on the far side, Balowitz. Ellis. Jones in front, picked off by Brendan Balowitz. Good pick off there. Ellis with him as they go out in transition, tries to scoop play. As Balowitz down and he's hurt. As Balowitz took the big check there as he tried to get the pass out and around to Aiden Ellis coming down the far side, and Balowitz, his arms going straight out over top of his head as he fell down. And immediately in pain and putting his arms back to his right leg. An unfortunate sequence there as Balowitz tried to get the pass around the defenders to Ellis, who was streaking down the right wing side. And with the way he absorbed the contact, I thought he might have been injured with a check up high, but the play actually went to his leg. And Balowitz still down on the floor. The training staff from both sides out attending to him right now. 8 seconds left to go on Connor Stroop's penalty, so still shorthanded right now, but Balowitz still hasn't moved. Again, the contact and the injury at hand here was to his right knee. Training staff on both sides still tending to him here, but again, it was a scary sight when he first went down, as the way his body language was, it was almost as if he got knocked partially unconscious to the head, but just the pain. As the coaching staff calling the teams back. Rod Jensen and company furious with the call by the officials right now. As finally, Balowitz up to a vertical base. His teammate and the training staff helping him out here. Unable to put much weight on that right leg. As Rod Jensen asking for an explanation here for why the possession is going to be with the Sea Spray in the offensive territory here after that play. 10-12 left to go, 8 seconds left. Sea Spray will start with possession. So 21 seconds on the shot clock. Balowitz coming out of the near side gate, and he'll receive more medical attention out in the locker room. 8 seconds as Ritchie will start out with it. 17 on the shot clock. Ritchie to Kirkby, pulls it out to the right side of the point area. Out of the box is Stroop. He'll head across. 10 seconds of the shot clock. Ray, the last man to join in. He'll cut towards the middle. Kirkby pulls it out. Pass over to Ritchie. Right wing side. Waits, gets the pass across. Cutting off the wing. Humphrey collapsed on that one. And he'll be able to get that one to his defense. Out the other way. Nick Scott. Across the middle with 9:41 left to go. Scott across to the far side. He'll head off on the change. as the Blackfish going to set up in the offensive territory. Ethan Umlaut looking to set a screen there to open up Steve McKinley. Whips it across, receives it in the backhand. Good play there for Laszlo Henning. Henning going to take the wide shot. Glove save there for Watson, right into the stick of Gillis, though. Fresh shot clock here. Steve McKinley over to Brian Gillis. Ethan Umlaut in the middle, bumping bodies and cutting towards the goal. Gillis, he'll strike this one across to McIntyre. Cutting inside, spins, pocket pass there to Henning. In behind the goal now for McKinley. Back out in front to Gillis. Takes the shot. Watson with a save there. Loose ball. Who's going to come away with it? Watson bobbles it and gets it into his stick. I believe that is going to be called backing in, as Watson was able to trap that one outside of the crease but pull it back in. 9:01 left to go. Blackfish get a fresh possession here. Watson is heading in the middle, has a bit of a lane. Robertson out to challenge him. Spinning, pocket pass, Henning off the shoulder of Watson. As that one sent free, Ishikawa to get this one forward. Connor Stroop up the middle in transition. Stroop pulls it back, tries the quick shot. That one off of the post, it looked like. Came back out in front, pushed down. Loose ball shove. Loose ball check called there. And the Sea Spray will get possession once again. 8:35 left to go. Back out over to Kirkby. Ray setting him a quick screen. Shoots around Ray, and Humphrey gets to it first. Out the near side. Kirkby, left wing, takes a shot in behind. What a pass! What a goal! Kirkby strikes that one to the opposite corner. Wasn't a shot, it was a pass to James Ray. As he's leaning forward, he can tuck that one in the far side post. We've seen them do that play before, and they've run it to perfection here. As Kirkby whips this one in behind the goal, right to Kirkby, or right to Ray, I should say, from Kirkby, and able to sneak that one in the far post. The set play, tying it up at 4. One of the officials going over and having a word with Rod Jensen on the Blackfish bench. Cam Como, Braden Wilkins, and Josh Beauregard, the referees in this one. As the face-off will come here at the center. 8:21 left to go. It's tied at 4 after the Sea Spray. The set play, the pass whipped in behind to Ray. 8:15 left to go. 4-4 your score. Good check by Hunter as they'll throw this one across. Robinson, Smith, Hunter, Hurd, and Zabo, the defense right now. Bit of a smaller defensive crew. They'll send in McIntyre on the far side, cutting inside. Jordan Roberts gets that one away, and Watson turns him aside. Roberts picks up the loose ball himself. He'll cut around and behind the goal. Trying to find Purchase at the far side. Smith watching him there. McIntyre looking to set up inside. Has a couple of size mismatches there for him. Jones getting a screen as Robinson whips it across. Zabo able to track down the loose ball. He'll pick this one up. 7:39 left to go. Guarded by Roberts. Zabo stops, whips it across. Picked off there in the middle as they knew where they wanted to go. Ryan Jones was back on the defensive side and able to pick that pass off. They tried to throw it the same way they did before. Taken down. Watson with a shot. And Watson with a save. As Umlaut getting a couple of love taps from Ishikawa. They'll finally be separated and head back towards their benches as Watson versus Watson action there to take us into the officials' timeout. 4-4 the score. And a chance to refresh the box score and have a look at the shots in that department so far. 7-5 in favor of the Blackfish here in the second frame. 22-20. Overall in favor of the Fish, but we're even here. And so far through the second, Ryan Jones, his first of the game and 3rd point overall before Tyler Ewan and James Ray got the 2-0 run going for the Fish to tie it up at 4. And again, Tyler Ewan listed as the player assisting on that goal by Ray, but again, that was Tyler Kirkby. Lots of Tylers out here. 11 seconds left to go. Keegan Bell coming over to the near side, going to start with the loose ball. I believe he'll start with it on his side of center. 7:20 left to go. Pass across the zone to Ritchie. They'll get it to the far wing side. Back to the center point. Bell almost deflected as there'll go Kirkby out of the corner. Whips it across. As Ritchie bobbles it, picks it up though. 15 seconds of the shot clock. He'll crisscross with Ewan. Back over to Kirkby. Kirkby, pocket pass inside, in and out of the stick of Keegan Bell as James Ray was waiting behind the net once again. Humphrey picks it up and gets it out to Graydon Sauchi. Sauchi stops with this one. 6:50 left to go. Gillis and Imlot, the lefties here. One more is Roberts to start out to the center. Jones showing stick in behind. He's playing more to the righty side. Interesting choice there. Comes back out to the near side. McIntyre. Illegal pick called on the far side as Robinson will hit Smith coming down the other way. Harrison Smith in on Humphrey, turned aside. Blackfish throw it back up the other way. Ethan Imlot has Daryl Hunter guarding him. Darren Hunter, as they'll set a screen on the near side by McKinley in front. What a pass! And Roberts finishes it off. Roberts strikes pay dirt right in front of the crease to give the Blackfish a 5-4 lead with 6:15 left to go in the second. There's been some beautiful passes in this game in tight, but the hand-eye coordination for these players to receive these strikes right in front of the net cannot be understated. Zabo tried to get the check on Roberts, but he picked that one up there. As Sauchi picks this one up, double check with the official that it was indeed their ball, so as to not get a delay of game penalty. McIntyre on the far side. Cutting into the middle, Laszlo Henning setting up on Sauchi, on Zabo. McIntyre curling through, tried to pop the pass out up high. Came loose with 13 seconds left to go. McKinley back over to the far wing. McIntyre sets the screen. Laszlo Henning pull up to the top. McKinley on the near side. He'll take a long ball. That one blocked by Connor Stroop. As he and McKinley will get into it on the far side. As the play was blown dead there for the shot clock violation. And Stroop will head off on the change. Ian McKinley right up in each other's grill on the near side corner before the change. Nielsen spins off of the check, has Ray, his fellow righty, picked off. Here they come down the other way in transition for the Blackfish. In on goal, Nick Jensen waits, takes, scores! Nick Jensen cocked that thing back and blasted it past Watson on the near side. Nick Jensen put on the afterburners and said, see you later. It's a 6-4 game. Nick Jensen, a lethal weapon in transition so far this game, and is able to strike there. 5:23 left to go. Procedure called by the official. It's going to be a Blackfish possession here. Near side, Barnes shrugs off the check of Robinson. Ethan Imlot calling for the pass on the near side. He'll get it. Darren Hunter guarding him. Stroop in behind the goal. He's going to play one-on-one with Jones. Connor Watson coming off the screen. Gabriel guarding there. Jones, near side shooter spot, walking in. Has the shot, has the goal! Second of the game for Ryan Jones. He'll head in from the shooter spot, and he'll whip that one in down low. It's 7-4. Just a hair over 5 minutes remaining. And that's going to be point number 5, I believe, tonight for Ryan Jones. Either 4 or 5, depending on the assists on the refreshed goals. Jones continuing to lead his team in the point department, and he's closing in on Keegan Bell. As far as points so far in this league, Jones has been destructive in his own right in the offensive end. 7-4 now. All of a sudden, the Blackfish, their biggest lead of the game, with 3 goals in hand. Gillis took a spill in the middle, getting a screen, and another goal for the Fish! Laszlo Henning snipes it upstairs, opposite corner, and it's now 8-4. The bench fired up for that one as Laszlo Henning able to pick the top corner, had the double screen set from Gillis and McIntyre. That one had eyes. It shoots in between his players as they split off of the double screen. Thing of beauty there for the Fish. All of a sudden, the Blackfish offense coming to life. Up by 4. Watson to make it 5. Pours to the outside as they'll come around and behind the net. Watson showing shoulders there. as the player watching him on the far post as well too was Ben Spare, cutting into the middle, saved by Reed Watson. Watson was drawing so much attention in behind the goal that Gillis was able to come right down Main Street unabated. 4:07. Kirkby into the offensive territory. Bell setting a screen. He'll get it across to the far side. Pulls it back out. Goes back to Kirkby. Kirkby into Ray. Delayed penalty coming here. Watson off to the bench. Extra attacker scheduled to come in. 7 seconds left of the shot clock. Whips it for the far side. Ewan, loose ball, picked up, and the Sea Spray will get it here. Ray pulls it back out to the center point and settles things down here. As Gabriel getting some love taps inside as he'll pull back outside. 3:38 left to go. Kirkby whips it over. Almost knocked down, gets the rebound, sent in on Humphrey. He'll turn it aside. The Blackfish touch up. Penalty being called here. Referee coming over and making the call on the near side. Holding going to be the call, as that's going to send Nick Jensen to the box for 2 minutes. Sea Spray will breathe a sigh of relief that Nick Jensen not out there for the penalty killing duties. You never want to see him running out in transition. Sea Spray scored to the power play earlier in this one. Can they strike true again? Back up, Ewan goes to Ray, fakes the behind the back pass, cradles and goes back out to Ewan. Over to Ray once again. He'll take the long ball off of the post, and Ewan picks up the loose ball. Ewan gets a screen from Ray, goes back over to Bell, gets it back of another screen, down low. Humphrey, rebound in front, score! Vinny Ritchie sneaks in off of the far side. He'll pick up the loose ball in front and slot it home for a power play marker. 3:10 left to go. Sea Spray able to cut the lead to 3 off of the power play goal. James Ray was causing havoc with a couple of screens set there. Tried to recover and dunk it there, but Humphrey already committed to the initial stop. Ritchie able to get that one in. Plays the Coquitlam Adanacs, the WLA. Under 3 to go here. 8-5 your score. Near side for Jones. He'll wait as he'll be guarded there. Jones going to take it himself, tries the shot low, cutting over to guard that one was Robinsong. Blocked and turned down the other way. Darren Hunter has Brendan Zabo with him. 2-on-1, another man coming off the bench for the 3-on-1. Zabo takes it himself, scores! Odd man rush the other way. The Sea Spray cut it to 2. Brendan Zabo, the recipient down the other direction, waits patiently for Humphrey to commit and slots that one home. As it's now 8-6. It's a game of runs here at the Fieldhouse. Face-off coming here as Barnes will take on Robinsong. Robinsong also with the Coquitlam Adanacs helmet on. If you see the players with the yellow helmets, it's quite common that those will be the Coquitlam Adanacs playing the WLA in the summer. Lutweiler, risky stretch pass over to Jensen as he's back out of the box with the power play goal. Far side cutting in. He'll throw it to the near side. Henning back up top, screens from Gillis and Lott trying to break free. Ellis out to guard him. Spins, looks to hit the roller. It's Gillis cutting inside. Ellis able to get enough of a stick check on him to deter the shot away. Ethan Lott takes a swipe at that one to send it back in Sea Spray territory as the shot clock expired. Zabo got the pass from Robinsong. They'll start this one out in offensive territory. James Ray hits Lucas Nielsen. Got the opener for the Sea Spray tonight. Nielsen, pass it out wide to Ewan. Gets a screen from Ritchie. Back over Nielsen, defers. Gets it to Ray. Spins, opens himself up. Pass in front to Nielsen, who was cutting. That one off of his stick as Nick Scott comes over to help him. Cutting through the crease as Nielsen coming down the other way. 1:37. Trey Mason, he'll leave it for Roberts. 20 seconds on the shot clock here for the Blackfish to work with. McIntyre high stepping up to the center. Gillis into the middle. Watson hits the post. Coming down the other way, Stroop and Zabo. Has a man coming off the bench, Connor Abrams, back to cut off their charge. It's 3-on-3. They'll pull it back outside and wait for the other changes to come here. And they'll be back 5 aside in the offensive territory there. 15 seconds left as the last few offensive players join us. Setting screens, Kirkby curling back off across. Ewan with a quick one-timer. In and out of his stick, but not into the back of the net. Humphrey stayed with him. This one still within shouting distance, 8-6. Last minute to go here in the second. Jones back screen set on Ben Spare. Coming down the other way, far side, Henning. Hurd guarding him, Robertson getting a screen from Roberts in the middle. Ethan Umlaut looked, passed across, tried to cradle it, popped out of the stick with 8 to go on the shot clock. Jones behind the back pass, what a play. Ethan Umlaut scores! Ryan Jones with a spinning backhand feed into Ethan Umlaut as he's cutting to the front. It's a 3-goal game, 9-6. Ryan Jones, some wizardry on that assist, and Ethan Umlaut making no mistake to repay the man that set him up. Laszlo Henning almost turning that one over off of the play, but Ryan Jones absorbs the check, the spinning behind the back feed, and Ethan Umlaut right down Main Street. No mistake to restore a 3-goal lead. Here comes Harrison Smith around the outside. It's going to be a timeout called by the Sea Spray. Sea Spray will have 28.9 to work with coming out of the timeout. Chance to draw even, or draw even I should say, draw within 2. As they were just within 2. Then the quick goal there to make it a 3-goal game once again. The Sea Spray going to look to draw back within 2. So far here in the second. Shots on goal coming into the timeout by the Sea Spray, 16-13, so 31-28 overall. And a high-scoring second period so far. Ryan Jones, Tyler Ewan, James Ray, Jordan Roberts, Nick Jensen, Ryan Jones again. So Jones with a couple of power play markers, or one even strength and one power play, I should say. Sea Spray getting one back at the power play with Vinny Ritchie, but it was a 4-0 run for the Blackfish. It was tied at 4 before Roberts, Jensen, Jones, and Henning struck. Then Ritchie and Zabel brought it back within 2 before Ethan Umlaut, off of a wicked assist from Ryan Jones, able to get that one to go. So 6-on-5 here with Watson on the bench. They got 28.9 to work with here. Keegan Bell will start with it near the center. Over to Ray on the near side with Kirkby, the 2 righties. 3 righties on this play and 3 lefties, so they even it up. Keegan Bell going to quarterback at the center. As Ritchie looking to set screens, he'll be forced to the outside. Keegan Bell, 13 seconds. Hurd whips it, far side corner, back out into the middle. Keegan Bell rips it off the bar. Actually, that one, is that one going to go in? It says it's a good goal. Again, toe so tough to see from this far angle. Referee seeing that one in, I'll have to see. It looked like that one ripped off of the bar. Official signaling it's in. I have to see a replay of that one to see what happened here. I don't know if we can slow it down a little bit as it goes towards the goal. As Keegan Bell rips that one off. That one looked like it bounced off of both posts and went out the other way. We'll have to have another look at that one at the half as we got 6 seconds left to go here, but it's an extra attacker goal for Keegan Bell. They'll try the long ball there as it misses wide. And the Sea Spray will escape the first half down by 2. It's 9-7 in favor of the Fish. Off of that last second effort there by Keegan Bell with the extra attacker. Again, that one ringing off a couple of posts. Referee in position along the side signals that it's in. And we'll see coming up at the intermission. We got lots to talk about. But hopefully we'll get a replay of that one once again as well. 10 minutes on the clock for the intermission show. Hope your evening is treating you well. Very excited to have you aboard as always. Ian Wilson with the call this evening alongside Fred Rannard on the PA. Carl and Patrick on the cameras, and Mariah rocking the stream in the back, doing all the best with the replays and lining up all the best angles. Our TFSC TV and LEC crew here, some of the best in the business. We have a look here at some of the highlights from the first half action, starting out with Nick Jensen there. They have a chance to read about the new commissioner for the Women's Arenalacrosseleague East Division. And hopefully I'll catch the replay on the monitor in front of me when it comes up for that last goal so we can have another look at it. Again, it's so tough from the angle at the camera over here to see where that one ended up. Fred Rannard patiently awaiting to see the replay on it as well, too, when it comes up to the end of half highlights. But in the meantime, as we wait for that one, with the season underway in the Women's Arenalacrosseleague East, they welcome their new league commissioner, Carrie Wells. The role is new to her, but Carrie has been involved with the WALL East as bench staff with the WALL River Wolves for the last few years. The role of commissioner is just the latest on Carrie's lacrosse resume, which includes GM of the WMSL London Thrashers and the WMSL Registrar. Congratulations on the appointment, and the league looks forward to many great things from her. As we see, Laszlo Henning will see this wicked spin play from Ryan Jones, giving the pass to Ethan Umlaut, cutting inside, getting in between Darren Hunter and the goal. And we'll see it here. I believe this will be the play at the end here. James Ray starts out with it. It'll go back to Keegan Bell. And this is going to be tough. We're going to have to see if we can make the call here for the replay. So Keegan Bell gives it over. They'll get it back up top to him from Ewan feeding him. Whip it across. That is such a tough one to see from this angle. And we see it go off of the right post, but it's hard to see how that one would hit the backside bar along. And so you see Humphrey was pointing right over to the benches. We'll get one more angle of it here. And again, thank you again to Mariah in the back for bringing this up for us. Again, it's a game of inches here as that ball was able to just get across the line enough. Good angle for it from the far official, though, as the question is, if it went off the bar, did it come back and hit the other post, or did that one hit the ground with enough spin that it fired back out the other side? And again, the far official had the angle from that wing to be able to see it went off of the right post first and then went towards the left, but the official signals it's good. He had the vantage point. We're 9-7. But you can also weigh in at home. Tweet out at Arena Lacrosse League. Let us know whether you think it's a good goal or not. Even slower angle of it here. Far post. It's so tough to tell because Brandon Humphrey's right pad is covering where it would have bounced off the ground to the far post. But very well done in the back from Mariah on the replays there. Thank you very much for the efforts with 6:23 left to go in at the intermission show. Chance to bring up some more of our news feed here as well, as we got some trades to talk about here for the Grizzlies as they retooled their roster. The Grizzlies mired in a 4-game losing streak, 6 losses in the past 7 games following the 3-0 start. A trio of trades to shake things up for the Grizz. They acquired Drew Kask from the Blackfish, Cody Nass from the Shooting Eagles, and Trevor Funk from the Sea Spray in 3 separate transactions. Heading out, so Humphrey, we've seen him in this game for the Blackfish. Harrison Smith, also seen him in this game for the Sea Spray. And then Jacob Dowell, going to be making his debut with the Shooting Eagles hopefully tomorrow. Kask should give the Grizz some much-needed scoring as they're averaging just 10.7 goals per game of the season. Kask, 9 goals and 18 points so far for the Fish. In his final season in BC Junior A Lacrosse League last summer, Kask had 34 goals and 68 points in 24 regular season and playoff games combined. To acquire him, however, the Grizzlies surrendered goaltender Brandon Humphrey, who was the 2022 ALL West most outstanding goaltender. A 12-12 goals against average and a .770 save percentage. And both those numbers improved to start this year. He was at 11.84 GAA and a .785 save percentage. He had also gone 2-2 in last spring's playoffs with a less than 10 goals against average and a .843 save percentage. Smith with a goal and 3 assists in 5 games this season and a pretty imposing transition presence there. Funk has played in 4 games with 3 goals and 5 points. Nass has suited up in a pair of games with 1 goal and 3 points, while Dowell has played in 3 games for the Grizz. So we're going to take a short intermission here for a few minutes, and then we'll be right back with the start of half number 2 here at the Fieldhouse. 9-7 your score in favor of the Blackfish as they're looking to break the deadlock with the Grizzlies. Both of them 4-6 records right now. 6-4 for the Sea Spray as they're trying to take over sole possession of first away from the Shooting Eagles. So we'll be right back in a couple of minutes with more Arena Lacrosse League West action. One. This entire table of the league right now, very close all together. Top 2 teams 6-4, bottom 2 teams 4-6. Blackfish are one of those bottom teams. Can they figure things out tonight and come away with a big win against a team that's tied for first? They've had good competitive games against this team. They've gotten some reinforcements in the creases. I didn't even mention as well, too, the backup goaltender tonight for the Blackfish is Dave Mather, making his return to the Blackfish after being away for a little bit. Good to see him back in the black and red. Chase McIntyre starts out with his possession. He'll play it over to Umlaut. Back to Gillis on the far side, walking in. Pardon me, it's Steve McKinley. He'll come over to the near side, shade back to his forehand, throw it back behind for Gillis. Gillis coming out of the corner, back up to Henning, 13 on the shot clock. Henning pulls it over, delayed penalty coming up here, as there goes Brandon Humphrey to the bench. 8 seconds on the shot clock, as they'll get Ryan Jones out as the extra attacker. Low roller shot, missed wide for McIntyre. Humphrey was out on the bench, extra attacker came on. It's going to be a sea spray penalty less than a minute into the third. Looks like it's going to be Harrison Smith, the new addition, making his way over to the box. It's going to be a holding call here, as the Blackfish a chance to restore their 3-goal lead. They were up by 4, then it was cut to 2, then they restored the 3-goal lead, then it was back down to 2 once again with an extra attacker goal for Keegan Bell, his 32nd of the campaign. And the Blackfish get one here. Jones has a couple in this game. McIntyre in tight, and Watson turns that one away. Able to scoop that one up and get it out in transition. Zabo, he'll be met by Jensen at the half. Zabo throws it over to James Ray, one hopper to Ewan on the near side. Nick Scott setting up in the middle. Luttweiler, Jensen, Mason, and Kellner, the other defenders right now. Tyler Ewan, he'll go to Kirkby on the far side. Kirkby back over to Ewan. Throws it into the middle as they tried to get James Ray pivoting in the middle, as Scott waits to check him. James Ray in hot pursuit of Jensen. Jensen will pull away, as Nick Jensen, definitely one of the fastest transition players in this Arena Lacrosse League. Far side, back over to Jones. Watson at the center, staring down, a couple of sticks blocking his lane to the net. Jones, one hand on the stick, pulls it back to the outside. Watson over to McIntyre, gets a partial screen, goes over to Jones. Tried the backhand scoop pass, couldn't do it there. McIntyre was cutting in, couldn't come away with the ball there on the pass. It'll be the shot clock violation, as Roberts just left the ball there, as Ellis left it as well, and he'll head over to get the change. 12:49 left to go. Ritchie gonna get a screen here from Gabriel as he'll show it off and come to the near side. Ritchie currently to the far wing. They got 39 seconds left to go in the power play. Abrams, Sauchi, Barnes, Jensen. That's Ryan Jensen and Anthony Buono. Ritchie toned to the outside, as he'll get this one over to Lucas Nielsen. Tries the one hopper off the back glass, and Buono gets this one, and he'll head out the other way. 21 seconds left, as Henning down the near side wing. 20 on the shot clock. Henning gonna try the quick stick on the far side. Score it! Power play goal for the Blackfish. It's 10-7 as Henning snipes the quick stick on the far gate. And the 3-goal lead is restored for the boys in black and red. Brian Gillis contributing to the offense there. The power play marker is the Fish strike again with the extra man. Quick stick, Henning finding him the far gate. Wonderful pass, wonderful goal. Blackfish first to double digits in this one. That one bounces around in the face-off circle and then picked up by Jensen. Jensen gonna get around the outside of Zabo. Now get around the outside of Robinson. Pull it back towards the center. And he'll hold off with this one and pass it over to McIntyre. Roberts already out there. Umlaut already out there. McKinley out to join as another lefty. And then here comes Henning to complete the righty complement. Spinning around to the outside, Henning cutting into the middle. McIntyre curling to the center, in the middle, knocked out of his stick. Harrison Smith with the check there. Robinson was there to help out as well. One hopper. Humphrey thought about coming out of his crease to play this one. Sauchi will just get this one and head out the other way. Zabo with a bit of a slash as they'll head off on the change. No harm, no foul. Down the middle, Roberts unable to get the pass there. In front, they tried the quick stick again at the far side, couldn't get into the stick. Back out to the point. Henning whips it over, righty shooter spot. Watson to the middle, to the far side now. Curling into the center, back to the point, 9 seconds on the shot clock. Gillis, right wing side, waits. Umlaut pulls this one through off of the fake, spinning, tries the backhand shot over his defender. That one will miss wide as he just tried to get the shot clock reset. As Watson thought he might have had contact, so he's trying to pick up the loose ball. Play blown dead, and he'll pick that one off at center. Watson, good pick there, as Tommy Robertson checking him into the near wing side as Barnes comes out and bumps bodies there. Trying to free up space for Watson. 20 seconds on the shot clock here. as they left James Ray out of the offensive territory just to keep him honest. He'll head to the bench now. 10:40 left to go. Around the corner, Watson scores it. Second of the game for Connor Watson, as he'll make it an 11-7 game, shooting around the defender and blasting that one home. Big smile on his face as he goes to the bench, because he just found the top right corner ready and waiting. And that's going to do it for Reed Watson tonight. He's going to head to the bench, having made, refreshing the box score here. So Watson out in favor of Lee Jackman, number 31, subbing into this game so far tonight. So 33 shots, so 22 saves for Reed Watson before he heads to the bench for the end of his night. Lee Jackman had a big game last week in a battle with Brody Harris in midweek madness. That one going the way of the Shooting Eagles. Into the middle, trying to get this one down low. Takes a shot on Jackman. He'll collapse and send them one to the outside. Aiden Ellis trying to pick the loose ball there. Ethan Umlaut almost came away with it as well. 10:05 left to go. 7-11 your score in favor of the Fish. Vinny Ritchie, near side wing, has Kirkby on the far side. Scott defending on James Ray. He's going to post up in front. Ewan to the near side wing. Kirkby now curling, getting it to Ewan, over to Ritchie. Had a bit of space on the near side goal line. Back across to Keegan Bell. Nick Scott guarding him. In behind the net showing is James Ray. That one gets through and scores. Shot at the end of the shot clock. Ewan just let it go towards the front of the goal, and that one took a deflection partway through and just fooled Humphrey. Hit a piece of his equipment and still got through to bring it back within 3. Tyler Ewan, couple of goals in this one. That'll be, I believe, his third of the night, if I'm not mistaken. Off of the draw, Robinson collapsing on that one. Loose ball still being fought for here. Indeed, the hat trick for Tyler Ewan, as that one rippling the twine. 9:22 left to go, 11-8 your score. Sauchi feeds this one back over to McIntyre. The defense of the Blackfish has been relentless tonight so far. The transition game very strong. Can they continue this pace and hold off the Sea Spray if they can start to click offensively? McIntyre down the left wing, held to his offhand. He'll try and probe it again, curling off the screen, tries the one hopper. Does it make contact with Jackman? No, I think it bounced in front of the goal. Does this one. Buono stops in front of Nielsen. They'll blow play in as Nielsen picked up the loose ball. Ritchie with him on the near side. Nielsen's going to head back over to the far side. The righty going to cut in the middle. Ritchie in on Buono. Double screen set there with Ewan. Ewan going to set another screen as Ritchie tries to get access to the front of the goal. He'll spin back around, unable to get the shot away. Ritchie takes the check in the corner from Ryan Jensen. Delayed penalty coming here. Jackman off to the bench. Ray unable to get the shot away. Uses the strength in front, misses the near post. As James Ray, big strong move down the middle, just missed the near side post, and Ryan Jensen's going to go away for an illegal cross check as he took the man into the near side. So the Sea Spray going to go to the power play with a chance to bring it back within 2 once again. Lots of time left in this game, still in the third quarter if you're just joining us. Hope your Tuesday night is treating you well. Ewan back over to Ray, loads up, pass over to Keegan Bell in his favorite spot over on the far side. Bell fakes the pass. Ritchie, what a stop there by Humphrey. Comes back across and gets a piece of it to keep that one out. Nick Scott trying to get the loose ball here. Players come together. Kellner in there as well. Nick Scott finally comes away with it as he, Kellner, Kirkby, and Ritchie were going to war. Brandon Humphrey, though, recovering to the near side as Ritchie tried the one-time blast. Roberts thought about going up the middle. He'll be forced there this time. Pulls back out as the Sea Spray. Connor Stroop and Harrison Smith going to head back towards Roberts. Force him to go out to the wing side. Minute 14 left to go on the power play. Gillis trying to break out a dodge on the far side. Low roller shot coming out of the wing, unable to get contact with the front of the net. 1:04 left to go on the power play. Stroop across the timeline, plays it to Ritchie. Heavy offensive minutes tonight for Vinny Ritchie on the near side wing. Ewan, Ray, Bell, and Kirkby, the other offense right now. Jensen up high in the middle, trying to steal anything he can get his hands on. Far side, Buono and Sauci, the defenders over there. 2 righties defending over on the far side. It's 3 righties and 1 lefty defense right now. 5-hole shot, score it. Tyler Ewan, his 4th of the night, a power play goal, brings it within 2. 7:13 left to go. Tyler Ewan continues to light the lamp of sorts, willing his team back into this one. Starts over on the far side play, and Keegan Bell feeds the hot hand. Ewan lets that blast go. Either went 5-hole or far side pad. Ripples the twine. It's 11-9. Zabo picks that one up. Back 5 aside here. Next stoppage will be our officials' timeout. Nielsen waiting on the near side. Plays it over to Kirkby, coming off the bench, cutting into the middle. Has Ray there as well. James Ray charging in on Mason. Takes the shot, missed the near side. As Ray going to post up again on the far side. Mason guarding one-on-one on him. He'll leave him for Abrams inside. Low elevator shot off of the legs of Barnes. As Ritchie gave that one to Sauci. And the officials' timeout called here by Cam Como, Braden Wilkins, and Josh Beauregard. Halfway done with the third, 11-9 the score for the Blackfish. And listed as only 4-2 for the shots so far, partway through this one. Lots of defense, lots of blocks, lots of transition play right now. So far in the third, 4 goals to speak of. 2 for the Fish, 2 for the Spray. Gillis and Watson starting things out. And then Tyler Ewan getting his hat trick goal, and then 4th of the game to bring it back to 11-9. Having a look at some of the other stat leaders from around the league here. Again, Ryan Jones making a push for Keegan Bell's spot at the top of the league for points. He's tied with Mark Yingling now with 50 on the season. Keegan Bell with 52 in his own right, and Bell 32 goals coming into this one. He's 8 ahead of Spencer Bromley of the Shooting Eagles, who's in second with 24. Ryan Jones about 7 assists ahead of Mark Yingling right now. Yingling and the Shooting Eagles will have something to say about that tomorrow. To the far side wing, defense showing out high here. Sending him back to the point. Watson feeds it over to McIntyre, back across to Umlaut. Umlaut loads, pulls it through as he got Ellis out and guarding. Here's the delayed penalty, and Watson got a piece of that one. What a save in tight as Umlaut still got the shot away, despite Aiden Ellis being draped all over him like a blanket. He's going to head to the box. With 6:15 left to go, the Blackfish have a chance to make it a dozen on the game here. The holding penalty to Ellis, as Ethan Umlaut loaded up, was able to pull it through and get access to the outside. Critical penalty kill here for the Sea Spray. The Blackfish pressing. The offense has been clicking tonight. Watson at the center, back and forth with Jones. Into Gillis at the far corner. Gillis, sharp defense there by Stroop, guarding him one-on-one on the far side. Back over to the center. Henning goes low to the far corner, unable to get that one to go there. The ball bouncing out of play. And they're going to say that that one is going to be a Blackfish possession. So about 25 seconds had gone by on the power play. Watson gives it over. Jones back to Watson at the center, behind the back pass over to McIntyre. Gets it back. Does he have a lane? He's going to take the shot, miss the near side post. This one off of the near side wall. Watson quickly back to guard it there. 5:30 left to go. McIntyre unable to spin out of the near side. Henning will get it though. Goes, misses the far post. As 5:25 left to go. Here come the Sea Spray down the other way. Zabo starts out with it the near side. They got 23 seconds to kill on the shot clock, a minute to kill on the penalty. Ritchie, near side wing, Nick Jensen in the middle. Ewan heading back towards the front of the net. Nielsen is Litweiler checking him up high. Scott, Kellner, Mason, and Jensen, the defense right now. Takes a couple deflections partway through. Ritchie almost got a piece of it there. As he and Nick Jensen tie up together on the far side, and then Nick Jensen will pick up the loose ball. There goes Scott across the center. 36 seconds left to go on the penalty to the Sea Spray. Ryan Hurd up high in the zone. Harrison Smith, the other defender on the near side with him. Jones loading up at the lefty shooter spot. Back over to McIntyre. Feeds it to Jones. Jones back over to McIntyre. Hemming in the defense into the middle. Tries the one hopper. Watson got a piece of it. Loose ball picked up by Harrison Smith. Here they come down the other way. James Ray showing for transition in the middle. Thought about heading downhill towards the crease, but he'll pull out wide instead. 4:20 left to go. 4 seconds until we're 5 aside. Hayden Ellis out of the box. And he'll head straight across over to the bench. Last man into the fray is Nielsen. Kirkby coming off of the screen, rolling into the front of the crease was Ray. Humphrey with a save there. Ryan Jensen in transition down the other way. Across the timeline. Bit of numbers here potentially for the Blackfish. Gives it to the man. Big shot, big goal! Anthony Buono striking pay dirt in transition. The Blackfish make it a 3-goal game, 12-9. Under 4 to go, and the Blackfish continue to be a pest in offense. Jensen hits Buono, and Buono hits the back of the net. Reese Barnes gets that one through. Unable to pick it up was Luttweiler as Trey Mason. Loose ball sent over to Kellner again, and he'll head out down the wing. 3:43 left to go. Trent Kellner breaking out through the middle, going to take it to the far wing side. 20 seconds on the shot clock as the last few members of the offense able to trade out and head down into offensive territory. Far side as Watson whips it back across. Here's the trailer. Ethan Umlaut, a bullet missed the near side. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Can he get this one to go long ball style, right dead center? Watson scooped it up in front of him. In front of him was Jackman, I should say. 3:13 left to go. Sabo across the line, sent into the near side boards, and then Watson will come away with it. Absorbs the check on the near side wall. A couple of players spill on the far side. The Blackfish have numbers potentially. Buono going to settle things down here. Watson receives the pass in tight, and then Buono cutting into the front of the goal. Gets the ball back, but popped out of his stick. Jackman quickly out of the net to grab that one. Smith forward, Ben Spare across the timeline. Ben Spare pulls it to the outside. Sauchi checking him. Gives it over to Ritchie. James Ray showing at the middle. Keegan Bell posting up on Connor Abrams inside. Ray cutting through the middle. Keegan Bell gets it. Humphrey meets him there. Keegan Bell in behind, looking in front for James Ray. Good defensive stick check for Ryan Jensen. Kirkby coming out for the middle. Net was partly loose on the far side post. Can they settle it up? Humphrey, foot there to watch. Kirkby spinning off of the check. Far wing side, Mason guarding him there, down to the near side, 10 on the shot clock. Good block there for Barnes as he'll head out the other way. Barnes has some numbers, but he'll pull it out to the wing side. Ethan Umlaut was in the middle. Loose stick there as the back pass. Barnes still with it here, pulling it back out towards the middle. He'll play the safe bet and go to Henning and go to the bench. Under 2 to go here in the third. Cutting into the middle. Henning absorbs the check. He'll pull it back out wide. Jones pulls it out to the wing, feeds it over. Henning down low, right into the stick of Lee Jackman. Strike thrown up the middle, bounces off the man there. A couple of players tied up. There's a loose, discarded piece of glove or stick or something there that they'll chuck over towards the bench. Robinsong gets the check away. As Ewan, him and Jensen coming out the near side. As Ewan going to cut right in towards the middle. He and Jensen coming together. Dick Scott helping out. As Keegan Bell on the near side, picked up by Humphrey. Physicality picking up at an alarming rate here. 1:11 left to go here in the third. As this one passed across to Chase McIntyre. McIntyre heading into the right, whips it across into the stick and out of the stick. Back to Jones, does it on the shot clock. Jackman collapsed on it. And this one held out from across the line. Under a minute to go in the third. Hayden Ellis across the timeline, gets it to Gabriel, bumps to the man and spins off. He'll head to the near side as Watson was checking him. There's Kirkby, last man out of the bench defensively for the Blackfish. And there's Humphrey holding on to that one. Kirkby with the elevator shot right into the chest. 37.3 remaining. Blackfish complete the changes. Can they get the shot clock reset here and potentially call a time to go for a play? We'll see what Rod Jensen and company decide. Roberts, near side, 17 in the shot clock. He's going to take the lane inside, burst of speed, stick save by Jackman. And he'll get the pass out and free. Here comes Robinsong, in on goal, takes the shot wide. And timeout being called by Rod Jensen. They had called that, or started signaling for it with about a dozen seconds left. It finally got noticed at 8.3. The timeout to be called here by Rod Jensen and company as they'll get possession with about 10 seconds left to go. We'll see if they add any time onto the clock. As 12-9 your score here from the Fieldhouse. And my oh my, the physicality accelerating at a fast rate here late in this one, as there was a good solid few minutes of just bend to end. No holds barred lacrosse. Some frustration showing through on the players. The transition offense and defense was looking sharp. Lee Jackman with a bit of highway robbery, stealing the shot right out of the stick of his opponent. So 8.3 going to be on the clock. Watson will start with it at the center face-off dot. He'll head on in. Pass out to the near side wing. Quick out to guard with Zabo. Back out to Watson. He's got 3 seconds left, cutting in front. Ethan Mlott tried to dunk it in, and Jackman met him there. They tried the quick cutting play. They got it to the man in front, but Jackman stood tall to the task there. Coming up is the fourth quarter here at the Fieldhouse. Players will change benches. Or pardon me, they'll just head on out and shake hands as the goaltenders will trade sides. You say it looked like everybody was getting ready to pack up shop and move across, but just out onto the floor for water bottles and fist bumps as the goaltenders will head back to the bench, and then they'll switch sides for the final 15 coming up here at the Fieldhouse. Shots on goal through 3 right now. So we refresh the box score, internet willing. 10 for the Blackfish in the third, 5 for the Sea Spray, as it's now 41-34. And that one, another shot of the goal at the end of the second. Right near the end of it. That brought us back within 2 once again. Some more highlights coming up for the third so far, as we got a couple of minutes yet left to go. So 41-34 your shots on goal. And the third quarter scoring summary. 5 goals to speak of. Brian Gillis and Connor Watson, 2 for the Fish, then 2 for the Spray in the form of Tyler Ewan, and then the Blackfish. They get one in transition as Ryan Jensen hit Anthony Buono. And Buono hit the back of the net. Blackfish, their offense and defense have been working in beautiful tandem tonight. Jackman and Humphrey now in between the pipes. Backing up Brandon Humphrey, also the return of Dave Mather to the Blackfish in the ALL West. 9.3 left to go as they reset the clock to 15. 12-9 the score. Blackfish 4-6, looking to take sole possession of third. Sea Spray 6-4, looking for sole possession of first. Off of the draw, Robinsong plays this one back, and the Blackfish will collapse and pick this one up. Barnes across center. Darren Hunter going to guard Mason, but he'll head off on the change. Ethan Mlott gets this one alongside of Watson. Watson's going to play more to the far side wing as Gillis comes over to get a screen for Mlott. Ethan Mlott pulls it back out. Robinsong defending there. Watson receives the pass low. Roberts gets a screen for him across to Gillis. Has a man right in front as he knows the shooting lane's coming there. Zabo setting up in front. Jackman gets this pad save. A shoulder pad save, I should say. That one was up high. Robinsong out down the left wing. 14-20 left to go here. Flip pass over for James Ray. As James Ray, Lucas Nielsen setting him a screen. He's going to try the high shot, just quick flipped it around the defender. And Brandon Humphrey was there. Brandon Humphrey, the 2022 ALL West Most Outstanding Goaltender. Now on a new team. Big shot, bigger save by Humphrey, and a rebound turned aside as well, but he stepped through the crease. Under 14 to go, Brandon Humphrey living up to his moniker as he's made a couple of big stops here early in the fourth. Blackfish pick this one up and head out the other way. Laszlo Henning coming to the near side to set some screens, trying to free up Jones. He'll cut to the middle. Ethan Umlaut setting a back screen, cutting in front. McIntyre tries to bring it back to the forehand. Can't do it there. Good defense by Ishikawa. Near side post was missed there. And the fans, they'll come away with a souvenir there as the ball coming to rest just in front of the bleachers. Got to keep your head up if you come out to the field house and watch an ALL West game. The action is fast-paced. Your head will be on a swivel. You're going to pay for your seat, but only use the edge of it. You also got to watch out for the lacrosse balls coming out into the stands. 13:15 left to go. Ewan pulls it back out to Kirkby. Into the near side. James Ray has Keegan Bell in front. Tried the quick scoop pass. It went to Kirkby. Ewan pulling it around the screen. 2 seconds. Quick stick and a save by Humphrey. What a pass to the far post, but Humphrey getting there in time. Here comes down the other way. Sauchi feeds it into the middle. Watson rings it off the post. Picked up. Ryan Gillis being told easy. Pulls it back out and waits patiently. They got the fresh shot clock to work with. Far side, Watson whips it over. Gillis, one hopper, loose ball in front, pushed out there by Stroop. Zabo taking Roberts into the boards as Gillis picks this one up. New 30. 12.5 left to go in the fourth. The final 15 underway here at the Fieldhouse. Near side, Gillis. Harrison Smith guarding there as Jones on the near side corner as well. Roberts in behind. Darren Hunter guarding Watson on the far side. Mano. Smith watching Gillis on the near side. Gillis trying to set up on the near side shooter spot. Watson inside. Stay up high. Scores! Hat trick for Connor Watson. Hand in his face. Didn't mean nothing. Got across and blast that one home in the near side post. 13-9 your score as the Blackfish continue to roll here late in this one. As Jones starts to play over to the far side, and then Watson has Hunter with him. Gets the switch with Zabo. Zabo grabbed the mask up high, and Watson beat Jackman to the near side post. Check there as Ellis as Nick Scott dropping down the stick and standing ovation. Seemingly directed at the referees there. Interesting choice of play for the captain of the Blackfish as Buono is going to head to the box here. Laid the body check down on the loose ball play off of the faceoff. The officials having a quick discussion about it here. It's going to be a 5-minute major for an illegal body check to Anthony Buono. Interesting decision there, as Buono was furious in the box, as was Captain Nick Scott. So per the major rules, they can score twice. Can the Sea Spray? Can they bring it back within 2 here using the power play time? Low shot, big save by Humphrey. Out in transition, Blackfish gonna say we don't care about the extra man down. Score it! Nick Jensen does not care how many of his teammates are on the floor. He is gonna score. 14-9, Nick Jensen gets a shorty and widens the gap in favor of the Fish. So about 18 seconds gone by on the major. Nick Jensen striking true there. Off of the face-off drop, players come together. Ball knocked loose on the near side wall. Harrison Smith gonna come away with it as Robinson fell to there. 4:28 left to go in the major. Blackfish, you can bet your bottom dollar that Nick Jensen, if he's not out there on the defensive pressure, he's gonna be waiting at the offensive gate for a transition play. Off of the screen, Bell in behind. They thought about doing the same play. Humphrey knew it was coming. Threw the stick out, but the popped out of the stick of Ray. Block there for the captain. As they come back down the other way, Barnes picks this one up. Keegan Bell in hot pursuit as they'll bring it out wide. Nick Scott, he's going to come out in offensive possession here. Keegan Bell setting him to the outside. Nick Scott with a grin wider than a kid on Christmas as he thought about the prospect of having to hold a defender off there. He'll head off on the change as the Blackfish looking for it here, cutting into the middle. Roberts, the low roller, just out the near side. Henning, shrug there on the near side. Ethan Umlaut throws it into the corner as the shot clock expires. Good penalty killing for the Fish. Sea Spray out the other way. Ben Spare and Connor Stroop heading out on the change. Keegan Bell back out in the offensive duties. Ray comes to join. So it's Kirkby, Ewan, Ray, Bell, and Ritchie. The usual suspects for the Sea Spray tonight. They've been riding this offensive five-man unit. Good block there as they look to break free. Wrapped him up on the far side as Jensen tries to pick this one up. Can't scoop up the loose ball as the collision comes across there with Keegan Bell. Finally, loose ball picked up at a fresh 30 for Ryan Jensen as he'll come in on the near side wing. Shields takes the shot, missed the near side post. As that one coming off of the play there, Jensen's gonna hit off on the change. And they'll send the man in here. Player calling out who's got the ball as Abrams back of the defensive check there. Fake ball play as they called out Ray with it. Ewan back to the middle to Ray, takes the shot. Humphrey able to handle that one. 2:30 left to go in the major. As Humphrey will wait it. It's going to be an 8-second backcourt violation. As Humphrey had the stick over top of the ball, was waiting. Shot clock hadn't started yet, but the referee called for the backcourt violation. Behind the back pass, Kirkby fakes the pass over, gets it to Ray now in the middle. Behind the back pass as they try to get him out of the zone. Ritchie, bit of space in front. Humphrey meets him there. Loose ball knocked away in front. Here comes Nick Scott down the other way. Nick Scott up the middle. He's going to hold this one himself. He had the numbers, but he'll pull this one out to the outside. In front, Gillis has a man cutting across. Watson received the pass, but Ben Spare was there, unable to pull the trigger. Minute 52 left to go in the major to Anthony Buono. Jones cutting through the middle as Darren Hunter on him. Watson, stutter stepping along the middle line. Gillis received this one in the corner with 5 seconds left. Has Stroop taken to the outside. Knuckleball upstairs for Jackman. And he'll throw this one out to Hunter. Minute and a half left to go. Blackfish got a shorthander 18 seconds into the major. And the Sea Spray have been reeling right now, trying to find something offensively here to cut the lead. Currently sits at 5. Give it over. Ewan with a blast, and Humphrey holds position and throws this one out in transition. Strike up the middle. Roberts tries to shelf it, and that one goes over top. Big check there in transition, knocks the ball loose as Roberts able to pick this one up. 1 minute left to go in the major as Roberts breaks through the middle of a couple of checks here. Setting a screen there was Ryan Jensen, a brick wall that Harrison Smith ran into. Tried to pass this one away as Ellis taken down in the middle. Delayed penalty coming here. Glancing blow in the middle has Ellis stunned. Still down on one knee. I think he should probably stay there. It's looking like he's got trouble with his left leg. 17 seconds left to go. Ellis still down at the center. Sea Spray gonna shoot this one up high. Ellis hobbling over to the bench now on one leg. Was able to put some pressure on his left leg as he did take a couple of steps free, so that's a good sign. Ray with a cannon off of Humphrey's mask. This one comes back out to him. Ray tries the one hopper. That one's gonna go off of the back wall. The delayed penalty. We're going to see the call here. So 17 seconds were remaining on the major to Buono. And now we're going to get another Blackfish member heading the box. Referee making their way over. 2-minute penalty for clipping. It's either tripping or clipping. I'm not sure. Fred, is there clipping in lacrosse or is it just tripping? Just a trip? Well, typically in hockey, you have the signal from back to front be clip, and that was the one he made, but you never know. So a tripping call there for Roberts as they'll send it back up top. Keegan Bell, quick stick in front. Ritchie turned aside by Humphrey. 7:05 left to go. Through the middle, And right down Main Street, Jensen sends it back out wide, so we're back 5-on-4. Minute 39 left to go on the penalty. So the major has expired. Henning brings it back towards the middle. Stepped over and back as he tried to throw that one into the near side. And that's going to take us to our officials' timeout with 6:52 remaining and about a minute and a half of power play time left for the Sea Spray right here. 14-9 the score, a 5-goal advantage right now for the Blackfish after they got a 3-0 run going here. Anthony Buono, Connor Watson, and Nick Jensen. So Connor Watson and Nick Jensen right now, the 2 goals in the fourth, one of them coming shorthanded courtesy of Jensen. It's a 5-goal lead here at the Fieldhouse. This was the Buono goal at the end of the third. Just absolutely cannoned it into the top left corner. So far, Sea Spray unable to strike pay dirt here in the fourth. Sea Spray so far in this game, they do have a couple of power play markers. They got one early on, courtesy of Tyler Ewan. And then one of Tyler Ewan's 4 in the game came later on. So he's got 2 power play goals in this one for number 18. As we get another replay and an angle here of the last effort for the Fish. As Watson able to cut across, had the glove and the mask, but did not matter. As Kirkby across the middle and into the offensive territory for the Sea Spray. Out to the wing, Kirkby gets at the center, back and forth as Ewan and Kirkby. Screenplay cutting in front. Bell knocked down with the check in the middle. Blackfish, that one loose ball sent to the heavens and came back down. Bell limping a little bit after the check there, cutting through the middle. He'll head off on the change. Trey Mason was loading up from distance. Under a minute to go on the power play here. Steve McKinley spinning back around, and now head back in the forehand to the other side. 6:08. Jones into Watson. What a goal for Connor Watson! 4 goals tonight, and that one might be the prettiest. Gets the pass from high in the zone, jumps to grab it, turns in the air, and fires that one into the near side. Connor Watson. What a pass here from Ryan Jones as he sees the man cutting inside. Jones, a strike to Watson, high in the zone. And here they come in transition the other way. Taken down, good check from Harrison Smith. Barnes put that one back, and then Jensen a body check there in transition. Sea Spray across the timeline. It's 15-9 now. Ray throws this one over. Can the Sea Spray get one here to bring it back within 5? Back over, Kirkby behind the back pass. Bell tries one, Humphrey turns it aside. Loose ball at the near side for Ray. Unable to scoop it up. Keegan Bell tried the check at the near side as well. Nick Scott into the offensive territory as a couple of men cutting through the middle as Kellner was setting some screens in front. Ishikawa there as well now. Coming out of the box and back 5 aside as Roberts. The pass is one over. He'll head right into the offensive territory. Ishikawa in the middle. Darren Hunter defending as well. Curling off the screen. Tried the top corner. Missed off of the back wall. Lee Jackman almost unable to scoop that one up. He'll throw a strike up the middle to Aiden Ellis. Ellis looking to the man coming off the wing. Here comes Kirkby. In on goal. I think Humphrey got a piece of it. He'll lock it in the top corner of his pad. What a stop there for Humphrey. Had Kirkby bearing down on him. Here's Ellis trying to cut into the middle. Get around Mason. Top corner, scores. Game's back within 5. Aiden Ellis. What a shot as he's able to knock down the ball out of the defender's stick, pick it up and head down the other way. Backpacked Trey Mason to the goal and got it in the top right seam. 4:46 left to go. It's a 5-goal game here for the Fieldhouse. Off of the draw. A couple of players crash together in the middle. Who's going to come away with this loose ball? Harrison Smith will pick this one up. Newest addition to the Sea Spray. Came over in the trade with Trevor Funk going to the Grizz. 4:30 left to go. Lee Jackman at the top of his crease. Is he going to start going for cardio here tonight? As in the middle, that shot going off of the back. What an unconventional goal there. That one just went off of the back of Gabriel in front of the net, bounced off of his back and went in. I really hope we get a replay of that one there, as that one might be one of the most interesting goals we see in the ALL this season. Shot came from Ritchie right off of the back and just goes over top of Humphrey and lands across the goal line. And that shot was in tight too. Ritchie pelted that one off of the back of Gabriel, but it goes in. 4:05 left to go. 4-goal game off of the weird bounce off of Gabriel. Jones cutting to the middle, getting a couple of screens from Imlot and Roberts. Pocket pass to Roberts. 5-hole scores! 3:50 left to go, and the 5-goal lead restored. It's 16-11. As they were calling, I think the Sea Spray were calling for legal pick play as, Roberts caught Szabo up high with the stick. Looked like he caught him under the chin as he came off of the screen. Referees missed it, and he went free to the front of the goal. 5-goal game here as Buono and Smith as Buono's going to go back to the box. 2 minutes for delay of game, the call here on Anthony Buono. Just a collision there between Buono and Smith as the loose ball play was called, and the delay of game minor to Anthony Buono. 2 minutes to go for that, but it's 3:47 in the game. Sea Spray got to make something happen quick here. They're running short on time. Around the outside, Kirkby into Ray, sharp angle shot. Humphrey turns it aside. Tried to chop that one loose as Ray throws it back to Keegan Bell. Keegan Bell whips it across. Quick stick, Humphrey with a stick save. Throws this one up. One hopper, here comes Nick Jensen, the transition, and he scores! The king of transition strikes once again. 17-11. Another shorthander for Nick Jensen. As James Ray and Nick Scott getting into it as they're making their way to the penalty box. They'll both have a seat. Nick Jensen, top left corner, makes it 17-11. So still a minute 36 left to go as Scott and Ray will have coincidentals. As the Rod Jensen asking for what type of play it's going to be. I believe it should stay 5-on-4 since it was 5-on-4 and then the coincidentals happen. 17-11. Game is going to stay 5-on-4. So finally, they'll send Szabo back out onto the floor for the Sea Spray. So still a minute 36 left to go on the Blackfish penalty to Anthony Buono for delay of game. 3:14 left to go. Sea Spray still with power play time. They're going to be without James Ray for that unit, though. So Kirkby loading up the center, gives it over to Ewan. Ewan strikes him. That one collapsed on by Brandon Humphrey as he'll hold on. A couple of shows of applause for Brandon Humphrey's fans and family in attendance. As here comes Ben Spare down the other way to Ritchie on the wing side in front. Humphrey showing strong at the corner across. Nielsen unable to trigger there as they send him to the outside. Nielsen tries to pull the middle. 18 seconds. Keegan Bell back at the center, pulls it right side back to the center point now. He'll play back and forth with Ewan. Ritchie and Ewan now back and forth up to Kirkby. Kirkby behind the back whip. Bell fires and Humphrey turns it aside. 2:25 left to go. Coming down the other way, 36 seconds left to go on the power play. Barnes gets this one up to Sauchi. Graydon Sauchi up at the middle. A couple of players closing in. Tries to push through on Ritchie. Ritchie takes him into the wall on the near side. Buono, 20 seconds left before he'll join back in. Sauchi still holding it there. Darren Hunter finally able to pull it away from him. Hunter across the timeline, whips this one into the far side. Kirkby, pardon me, it's Ewan. Kirkby will come out the bench to the near side. So Bell, Nielsen, Kirkby, Ewan, and Ritchie. Kirkby back over to Ewan, tries the shot, blocked by Mason. That one will block out of play. So Buono out into the play as the Blackfish unable to get the ball in quickly enough from the officials. So Buono was in behind everybody, thought he could get a pass and head away on the break. Abrams holds it to the near side. He'll head off on the change as well. Minute and a half left to go here in the fourth. 6-goal game in favor of the Fish. Far wing side, couple of screens set there, getting a Robinsong off of the play there. Henning cutting towards the front, and Jackman turns him away. Up the middle, Jackman will hit Smith. Smith cutting in on goal from the near side. Stops, pulls to his left, hits the man coming off of the bench was Kirkby. Kirkby inside, pulls it to the outside. Waits, cuts into the middle. Quick shot there by Ritchie. Takes a deflection off the Blackfish stick and will head out of play. Humphrey back into his crease. 1:02 left to go. Last minute here in the fourth. On the near side, in behind, Keegan Bell tried to pull that one low. Came back out in front. Defense keeps him from pulling the trigger. Loose ball, Luttweiler gets checked against the far wall. Nielsen hacking at him there. Is able to break free from it there. High stepping and coming out. Swims through the first man. Is able to get across the timeline. He does. Good play there for Luttweiler. Steve McKinley. Near side wing. Zabo out to challenge him there. 17 shot clock, 33 game clock. Robertson out to check there. The Blackfish look like they're just going to take their sweet time here and run the clock down on this one. Zabo with the steal. Shot clock turned off. He'll come down the other way. Humphrey squares up. Here's the trailer. In on goal off the back wall and ripples the net from behind. Humphrey looking in behind the goal. Loose ball picked up by the defense. And with 5 seconds left, they'll bring it across the timeline. And the Blackfish will come away with the victory in this one. Your final score, 17-11. The first two meetings between these sides were decided by 1 goal, not this one, as the Blackfish win by 6 and get sole possession of third place. Brandon Humphrey with the big win in his debut for the Blackfish. (17-11) your final score. Blackfish with 10 shots in the fourth to bring them to a 52 on the game. And the Sea Spray with 13 in the fourth to bring him to 47. So 36 saves in the debut for Brandon Humphrey. Came up big when it mattered most for his team to help them build this lead. Fourth quarter scoring summary. Blackfish, Connor Watson, Nick Jensen, and Connor Watson. And then a couple for the Sea Spray, Aiden Ellis and Vinny Ritchie. And then 2 to answer back to make it 17-11 your final. Jordan Roberts and Nick Jensen. Nick Jensen, couple of shorthanders in this one as he got out in transition and rained terror all over the Sea Spray goaltenders tonight. Coming up tomorrow night, 7 o'clock sharp, it'll be the Eagles taking on the Grizzlies. Grizzlies now in last place with their 4-6 record as the Blackfish improved to 5-6 here. Sea Spray will drop to 6-5. And the Shooting Eagles and the Grizzlies 1v4 tomorrow night, 7 o'clock here on TFSE TV. And if you have the chance, please do come down into the arena. Some of the most exciting lacrosse you're going to see here on the West Coast. So coming up, your 3 stars of this contest. So again, some of the highlights as well too. Connor Watson with a 4-goal game. Ryan Jones with a whole bunch of points in this one. For Ryan Jones, I think he had 2 goals and about 3 or 4 assists, which should bring him fairly close to tying Keegan Bell for the league lead in points coming out of this game. Coming into the game, Ryan Jones had 46. If he had a 5-point night, he's at 51, overtaking Mark Yingling for 2nd place. I'm sure Yingling's going to have something to say about that one tomorrow night As you look at the top goal scorers in the league right now, the Shooting Eagles, quite the spread. As in the top 10, they've got 5 players. Garrett Winter, Dylan Lacroix, Cody Adamson, Mark Yingling, and Spencer Bromley. Sakani Baker of the Grizzlies, the lone Grizz in that department. And James Ray, Adam Dixon, a couple of top goal scorers for the Sea Spray. Stars in this one, your third star from the Blackfish, number 19, Nick Jensen, a hat trick in this one, including 2 short-handers in transition. Second star from the Sea Spray, number 18, Tyler Ewan, 4 goals in this one. And then for the Blackfish, the first star, number 16, Ryan Jones with a 5-point night, including 2 goals in this one. And what a pass he hit to Connor Watson for the backbreaker late on in this one. So one more game for this week. It'll be tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, Eagles and Grizzlies. And then after that, we'll be going on vacation of sorts for a week. Then the Arenalacrosseleague will be back for a Sunday doubleheader as per usual on February 19th. And then the 21st and 22nd of February, that's 2 Tuesday night, 7 o'clock primetime games. And then after that, we're going to be getting dangerously close to the playoffs come March. That's going to do it for the broadcast this evening. Ian Wilson with a call tonight on behalf of our wonderful broadcast crew here at the Langley Event Center Fieldhouse. Fred Rannert on the PA. Carl and Patrick on the cameras. Mariah working the stream in the back. Thank you very much for sharing in this game with us. As always, do me a favor. Be the best version of yourself. Good night, good luck, and we'll see you next time.